Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Disney Tarot. Back with another general reading. Somebody want to keep you in mind. All right. That's a song that's playing. Like you made. For some of you, not all of you are in no contact in separation with someone here, man or woman, but the song is playing. Somebody want to keep you in mind. Whether you come back to them, whether this is somebody, new that maybe not interested in right now in a relationship or, connecting with anybody. So take it how it resonates. But in the cards here, you got somebody that has been under spiritual attack with a partner for some time. They may not know how long. First, middle, last, initial N could be of significance. All right. Um, yeah, you got spiritual awakening out here, and you got blinded by all the spell work and rituals she's done on it. All right, so these two together is giving somebody gave and called somebody a spiritual awakening because of divination abuse. This person could be a divine being. They may be late waking up, versus you. This person, like I said, they've been under spiritual attack, man or woman. But from this other card with this rituals is saying, she on here, so he can also be a she could be a he. Flip the roles as you need to, all right? Because it doesn't mean, every time gender is involved that, it really matters. It doesn't, all right? Gender is fluid. But yeah, this person, they a divination abuser. I don't know if this is how they have secured this masculine or this feminine in their world, in their life, in this cycle with them, but this is how they're maintaining this person's presence in their life, and it has caused a spiritual awakening. You got lack of faith that came out, but it came out in reverse. All right. So in the past, this person could have been able to be attacked like this, and these spells and rituals could have been effective. Okay. Because this person or the person doing it has a lack of faith. This is somebody that could possibly, be um, rejecting spiritual guidance, warnings, somebody that's a spiritual hater. Okay, this is somebody that could possibly be an energy vampire as well, a happiness hater. So whether you're a good worker, a light worker, or a chosen one, whatever, this is somebody that attacks, and drains. You got to say yes out here as well. So somebody's wanting you to say yes to something. Are they hoping your response is, yes? They hoping you say yes. But somebody wants to keep you in mind. That, like I said, they may know that you over them. They may know that you not interested, at the moment, or you haven't been in separation with this person. They want to know if they can keep you in mind. Like this is somebody that may feel as though they would consider other people around them, but it's you. Or they know you may have other options and stuff like that, or not be interested in a connection with them if this is somebody new. Um, Maybe you just want to take things slow. Maybe you're still healing from some uh, heartbreak or just emotional pain, just healing. But this is somebody that possibly want to keep you in mind. All right, yeah. But I feel like that's what's called somebody's spiritual awakening, though. Just these attacks, like somebody was blinded by a lot of spell work and rituals. What's the T on this situation? What's the lack of faith about? Why is it in reverse? Give me something on this lack of faith. Why this lack of faith? Why do they have this lack of faith? Why is it in reverse? Why is lack of faith in reverse? You got romantic love affair, sex life, sex fix, secret love and passion over loyalty, and you got caught a case. This could be a sexual infection, a sexual disease, a rash, etc. Mm. This lack of faith could have came at a time where somebody may have, like I said, they were blinded by a lot of spell work and divination. But I feel like somebody may have, let they one of their vices um, get out of control. Like somebody was doing something excessively or recklessly, or somebody was, like I said, blinded. Like somebody was being blinded by what was actually going on or what they were getting themselves into, or what they was not paying attention to. And I feel like somebody's, love life, what I'm saying, their sex life became something that somebody used against them. Like somebody's very weakness or whatever it is that they use as a pastime to entertain themselves, to cope or whatever, being in a big D, big P energy. Somebody ended up, having some issues in the sex life. All right. And this is mainly because some lack of faith or whatever they felt like, you and them could have had or whatever they, was thinking, would be there for them, between you and them. But this is, given like somebody being controlled by their vice, the very thing that they may have been disloyal, betrayed you, or, because of passion over loyalty. Like somebody didn't look at, how they were moving being an issue when it came to coming back to you or when it came to, making something right with you, especially once they were not blinded by this spell work. Even some more on this lack of faith, but it's affected somebody's sex life. Like they could have a secret lover, or it's just affected this person. Sex life was reckless, or it was. Even some more on this lack of faith, finds in the verse. Yeah, what I said. Somebody in their big D energy, daddy, okay, big daddy, but boss daddy. This is somebody, they could be stable, financially, business owner, possibly CEO. Like I said, big D energy. Big D energy, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was in that energy and they got led, they got misled. We got cloud hunger at the bottom of the deck. Okay? So somebody definitely was getting um the attention, the validation, or whatever it is they was getting. Like somebody be bragging, oh, it's so good, it's blah blah blah. This person, ate it up. But this is somebody that is cloud hungry. They'll say whatever they need to say, do whatever they need to do if it's gonna result in them getting, a payday. You know what I'm saying? And you got copycats. Somebody steals your ideas, duplicates your style, feeds off your creativity. What I said. This is somebody that when they allowing themselves, to live with all these different, bodies, these energies, especially karmic, dark souls even. You know what I'm saying? Um, this person brings back and they carry around with them the energy off of these people. This is why a lot of people don't want to take people from their past back, because spiritually they don't know anything about cleansing, so cutting cords and stuff like that. Um, Cleansing their energy, cleansing their space. A lot of them don't know that, and that's something they gonna have to do in order to come back and get a second chance, or for the Most High, or even the spirit team to take them seriously. Because these are things that you already have done, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Know about, do, and this is why this. And I'm saying it because this person then got blinded by spell work and ritual. So apparently they don't know how to cleanse. They needed to go through a spiritual awakening. Not only that, they need to learn on a spiritual journey whenever they decide to get started with it. Now that they've awakened, to get some knowledge about how to cleanse and when, and who in this list of people that they need to start, cutting cords with. You know what I'm saying? Like cleansing their energy up, calling for their energy back, going through their karma, the right way, instead of using what it is that people they feel is keeping people around them, keeping them, with somebody to, you know what I'm saying, lay and play with. You know what I'm saying? Because this is something that could go viral. This is something, somebody either want to go viral with this or nothing. That could be threatening to talk about this or put this person, sex life out there, talk about it in a way to where it goes viral. But this is somebody that lives for attention. This could be an attention whore, man or woman. But the attention they got wasn't good. Not all of it is good. Anything else on this lack of faith? Instead of them sitting their ass down, they got busy. Give me some more on this lack of faith. Somebody got busy for real in the big P energy. Any more on this lack of faith in reverse. Ain't shit. Because whoever this is possibly somebody that, kept somebody like as a secret lover or something like that. Or they, may have been involved with you and had somebody on the side. Or, they may have had somebody that had you on the side. Either way, somebody ain't shit. Because at this point, it's like, somebody played out. That shit, they played out. Groupie, hell yeah. Moving, this person could be relocating, you could be relocating. But I feel like, somebody had to, get it, the work in the worst way. Some folks it take some traumas, some embarrassing moments, some traumatizing moments, some viral missing moment for them to understand exactly what they got themselves into and how that shit looked from the outside looking in. Because when they was involved in doing a thing, they weren't looking at that as, something that could, ruin their life, possibly take their life, or, ruin their reputation and name indefinitely, regardless of what kind of money or, position they hold. But somebody being looked at like they ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but something that got played out. You know what I'm saying? These groupies and stuff this person done had, it's something that got played out. Whatever it is they doing, how they move, it's played out. Or this person done, sat their ass down somewhere now, because whatever it is that they used to doing, that, when it came to getting attention and all that, shit, when you awaken and possibly even go through a dark night of the soul, you don't do that same no more. I mean, it's a thing in the past for you to talk about before anybody else try to hold it over your head, but shit, at this point, it's the fact that this person in the past, they had a lack of faith. This was something that, possibly a spiritual hater, picked up on, because they had it. You know what I'm saying? So this, could be somebody they got connected with, being in this big D energy, and somebody got involved with somebody, that had like a sex fix. The devil. You know what I'm saying? It's a Jezebel, man or woman. And the underlying thing about that person was they wasn't shit. Neither one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yes. But who is? Okay. But yeah, this shit done played out. They could possibly be moving. You could be moving, but this is, an obsessive lover now. This is somebody cleanly controlling, in some kind of karmic, chaotic cycle. Because they've been doing rituals on this person, doing spell work on this person. So now that this person has spiritually awakened, or went through a spiritual awakening, it's the fact that whatever is done is being sent back to this person. It's going on with this person. It's backfire stuff that they see ain't working anymore. Clarify blinded dog, spell work, and rituals she's done on me. Give me something on this. Blinded dog, rituals, spell work she's done. Yeah, it's a forcer. It's a forcer. Why this person felt like they need to do divination, on this person in the first place. It's the fact that this person, gets what they want by any means. This is somebody that's a bully. You know what I'm saying? They could be a spiritual bully as well, but they definitely a spiritual hater. This is somebody that crosses people's boundaries. Like this is somebody that don't, have limitations. This is somebody that don't have rules, possibly not even morals. This is somebody that you got, certain things that you ain't gonna do or not willing to go. I'm not gonna go that far. That's doing to it. This person will do everything in the underlying things of not doing. This person does it. They push your limits. You know what I'm saying? They make it something that entices you to cross your own boundaries, break your own rules. And you got some that'll make rules for some and break them for others. You know what I'm saying? Based on what they bring to the table, how they show up. If you fine enough, handsome enough, you working with enough, you know what I'm saying, you spending enough, I might just, cross that line. I might break a rule or two just to, see what you want, that kind of thing. Some folks make rules for some, break them for others. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of these people don't take whatever separation or no contact seriously, because some folks are used to certain people coming back around and breaking their own rules. Folks, you got to stand on that shit. Big and not, you got to stand on that shit because they banking on and half the time betting on the fact that you gonna give in, and it starts to look like it's a pride thing when you don't. But it's the fact that you got to have boundaries so they can see what is keeping them at bay from doing what it's allowing, to happen for you, so that they can see boundaries ain't just for you, it's for them too. It ain't just for them, it's for you too. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to stand on whatever it is that is done taught you a lesson. It's showing you, the red flags now that, emotionally you wouldn't allow it to happen because your emotions was involved. Okay? For some people that be saying, oh, Aquarius is a water, um they don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't have any emotion. They don't care. Yes, they do. Anybody that got Aquarius in their chart, they know. You know what I'm saying? But if you give me a reason not to give a fuck about you, I will definitely give no fucks. But if you give me a reason, a genuine reason to care, give a damn, I just might. I just might. But the same way I turn it on, I can turn it off. You know what I'm saying? It's like water. You know what I'm saying? Not every, thing, is what it seems. But when a person show you who they are, don't act like you didn't see that. You know what I'm saying? Because you end up having to forgive yourself for the time wasted doing that later. You know what I'm saying? Blinded by all the spell work and rituals. Why this person feel like they need to do this? What's going on with them? They feel like they need to do this. But yeah, they are forced. Blinded by all the spell work, rituals. Why did this person feel like they need to do this anyway? What's going on with them? What's going on with this person doing this divination? Yeah, somebody dodging bullets, blocking bad energy. Yeah, this could have been somebody focused on their bag or somebody on a money mission. to keep somebody around, like I said, because of what they getting, the benefits of what they getting from this person. This person is like an energy vampire. They getting all they can off this person. They in a big D energy, somebody that is stable, rich, possibly. You know what I'm saying? They could own a business, but this is somebody blocking bad energy, escaping toxic people. This person blocking this person, like they could have this person blocked. You know what I'm saying? They could just be keeping away from them, keeping a distance. But this, haters can't touch you. But I feel like, at this point, like them doing spell work and rituals and stuff to keep this person bound or keep this person with them, it's something that this person now is having to do. Especially if they were doing this to try to, get at you, via this person. But I feel like it's because whoever this is, escaping toxic people, you know what I'm saying? Blocking bad energy. But like I said, all this divination somebody did is the reason why somebody ended up awakening, because it's like this person's spirit team like saying, hey, you in trouble now. You're in trouble. When you gonna, hit an alarm. We didn't sounded the alarm twice, hit the alarm. It's like that. It's like somebody, getting that spiritual nudge from their spirit team, their guides, their ancestors, even the dark ones, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Giving some on this person doing this divination, keeping this person blinded. What's going on with this person? But I feel like they're a spiritual bully for sure. Then we're gonna clarify this is what's going on with this person doing this divination on this person. I'm feeling like they need to do this too. Give me some more on this person doing the divination, keeping this person blinded. Or was keeping this person blinded. What's going on with them? Give me some more on this person. Yeah, thief. Anything else with this person doing this divination on this person to keep them blinded? They're a thief. They're coming out as a thief, a forcer. Rob, lost, theft, physical or emotional. This is the thief, like I said. It's an energy vampire. It could be looking this person up, like studying, getting info or whatever. Whoever this person is that they did this to, they could be looking you up, trying to get some information. But I feel like because they got somebody blocked, you could have had this person blocked, energetically as well. This person could be blocked because they got some things that they needed to see. And I feel like that, like I said, this would cause this awakening. But somebody is, an energy vampire. They would, somebody was in somebody's grass, baby. Because right behind this look up is fake smiles, saying hi but hating inside, two-faced energy, watch who's smiling at you. Somebody didn't see somebody for the mask they had on. Somebody was smiling and and hating at the same time, hating on the inside. Like somebody hated somebody's light, like somebody hated, the fact that they had some type of gift or purpose or some type of favor that they felt like, they wanted to tap into because, they want to be able to benefit from it. Like this person, if they stable, they coming around, this person, big money, big dad, big D energy. This person wanted to be in that mix. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be able to tap into whatever this person is making, whatever wealth, whatever stability they had. Somebody wanted to tap into that. So this is why they did it. You know what I'm saying? So they could benefit right along with this person by continuously doing this and stuff like that. So now it's like this person is blocking bad energy, or it's the fact that this person is being, you know, blocked out of other people's energy while they dealing with this. Because I feel like as long as this person being attacked and they in your energy, it's pulling from you too. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to them, not having any faith and being led by somebody else, demons. What was this person getting out of this? Blinded by all the spell work that she did on me. Blinded by all the spell work she did on me. What did it blind this person from? Clarify what it blind these spell working rituals. What did it blind them from? Oh shit. It blinded them from a high priestess, an empress. They empress. Who was they empress? Hell yeah. Somebody that's faithful, loyal, and shit like that. Like somebody that wants somebody to see you as a faithful, loyal person. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, knows that you goal oriented. You may not have much, but shit, you the prize. Okay? This is somebody they manifested. And they know you're a master manifester too. Right behind this page of pentacles is this damn magician to the king of pentacles with the empress. So yeah, you got the seven of wands that came out with the high priestess. Yeah. Somebody knew that whoever this is could be a Pisces, could be a fire sign as well involved, or you could be this Pisces with this fire in your chart. But I feel like somebody was doing this because somebody had their defensive, like somebody could see. You know what I'm saying? Is a seer, empress, like somebody tapped in, tapped in. And I feel like somebody knows now, like they see something, and this is why somebody's defensive. I feel like even if this person didn't see it at the time and they were blinded, the fact that somebody else was standing up for themselves, you know what I'm saying, or the fact that they were being persistent, with something, because I feel like somebody knows that this person either connected to somebody that's a seer, or they knew this person to be a seer, like somebody to be a high priestess, man or woman. Because I feel like it's the fact that somebody did this because somebody got involved. Like somebody could have put you on a love triangle with secret lover. Like you could have been this person's secret lover, but I feel like something allowed this person to think in a connection with you that all ain't hidden. You know what I'm saying? Something was revealed and known the whole time. You just probably never said it. You just moved the way you did. But I feel like somebody did not want something to be seen or detected, and it's like somebody got defensive, like knew how to defend themselves. And I feel like whoever was blinding this person with rituals and spells possibly was trying to come for the connection that they had with somebody else. Like I said, it's what awakened this person. These It's what awakened the person. I'm telling you now, this spiritual awakening and the fact that this person was blinded by that. They, like I said, this was a divine being. This is a divine being. They here on assignment. They in a soul contract with somebody. You are in a soul contract with somebody. I feel like a spiritual union, something that is destined to come together for whatever purpose y'all came to this planet in this incarnation to do together. Okay. But apart, there are things that are going to be on y'all path, not at the same in the same place on your timeline, but it's meant to bring y'all together. But this person was being blinded by something that ended up awakening them because of all the spiritual attacks. And that person ended up standing their ground. They ended up being defensive. They ended up blocking, you know, seeing what somebody was doing. whether it was in a dream or whatever. But it's like seeing somebody in your dream attacking somebody that you with and got deep feelings for. You just probably they probably hadn't told you, and that might be a thing. So just go with it. All right, but that's the scenario I'm getting. It's like somebody dreams about the empress, the high priestess, the empress. Somebody dreams about the empress and what they know this person to be. They know you to be somebody goal oriented, somebody, ambitious, a planner, faithful. They know you to be faithful. And I feel like somebody wants you to know that they can be too. But they may not have needed to be if there were so many people, giving them attention sectorally. You know what I'm saying? So now that they realize what they were using, you know what I'm saying, to get all this attention. It wasn't just about their money. It was the fact that some folks were, gunning for their money. They really was using sex to get there. You know what I'm saying? They used one of this person's vices, one of their weaknesses, something they wasn't disciplined in. Okay? But that's what caused somebody to be defensive and stand up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Somebody is very strong willed. And this is why, something you could have told this person this or mention it and they, got wind of it or something like that or somehow. But it's like something possibly was shown to somebody, through these spells and rituals when it came to the spiritual awakening. Clarify, say yes. Why I say yes out here? Clarify, say yes. What do they want this yes about? What is this yes for? But the Five of Swords to the Justice. What's the Five of Swords? Would say yes. It's the Six of Swords. Okay. So whoever this is could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius with the Five of Swords and Six of Swords. Somebody could be 56. Could be of significance as well. All right. But somebody knows that they probably feel as though they're gonna be met with some type of conflict or um hostility. Even they could feel defeated, Six of Swords, since, you moved on to calmer waters or they walked away or something like that. Especially if this person is going through some type of Five of Swords, in the course of them walking away themselves, or this is something that went on between you and this person. But at the bottom of the deck, you got the Five of Wands with the Four of Cups to the Seven of Swords in reverse. Somebody taking responsibility. Like could want to come in and tell you some type of truth, turn over a new leaf with you. Um, After not having this lack of faith. You know what I'm saying? Somebody being insecure, having a lot of self doubt, like low self esteem, about themselves, or dealing with somebody like this in this low energy. Because now somebody's like realizing, how indecisive, and what's going on in their subconscious mind. Like somebody's like an inner critic of themselves, like putting themselves down for the fact that they did somebody that they care about wrong. Like somebody, it's like when you awaken, it's like you look back at them things like, damn man, how could I have done that? Like that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? I can see why, that person, because this Five of Wands is giving inner conflict. It's giving, somebody fighting demons, battling back and forth with, different versions of themselves in this situation. And I feel like, somebody feel as though they're gonna be met with some type of conflict, or they put you in some type of competition, and Six of Swords, you walked away. And they've been back and forth with themselves. Right behind this Five of Swords is the Four of Cups. So somebody could be turning down offers. They could feel like you're gonna reject them, because of how they went about, things with you, and maybe trying to handle you like they did all these other people, or trying to have you as a secret lover or whatever, thinking that that was, gonna get them somewhere. They could put you, on ice until something like that. Even someone that say yes. Yeah. Six of Swords. I mean, Six of Pentacles. Somebody they see you as very generous, or somebody want to come in and give you this equal give and take. The Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse, though. Right? So I feel like somebody, may have put themselves in a situation where, you was giving, what I'm saying, to somebody, like investing, or they see you as somebody very generous when it comes to giving and receiving. But I feel like somebody wants to come in and give you this equal give and take after some, unhealthy relationships, or, some after some separation here that they done had to walk away from. Because I feel like this is why this awakening had to happen. I feel like somebody needed to close out a cycle. They needed to see, themselves in the moment of what they had going on. Give me some more and say yes. Let's give me some more and say yes with the Six of Pentacles. If I say yes for the Six of Pentacles, Two of Swords. And you got the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. In reverse. Yeah, somebody wanna, somebody coming back to reality now. Like somebody realizing, something they were doing was giving them some unrealistic thing they was doing was gonna give them some unrealistic results. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no needing, this is like a cold reality hitting somebody hard, like seeing something for what it is, you know what I'm saying? And this clearly is showing that this person did not, know what their purpose was. Like somebody had lack of purpose, like clarity in a situation. And I feel like they see now why they getting the clarity now, because they were blinded. But it's the fact that somebody, sees the reality of something. It's like an illusion, and it ends like whatever your hopes or dreams were. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is why somebody, is wanting to come in and give you this. Especially if they want to, communicate with this Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Why the Two of Swords? Why the Two of Swords? You got air and water out here now. Somebody could have earth in their chart, fire placements. Yeah, I'm telling you. Somebody want to come in and collaborate, work with you. After being impossibly a stalemate with this person, like something, getting off to a good start, maybe had the potential, something was a false start, right? Something had the potential to get where it needed to go. It's just this person had things they needed to clear out. Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the King of Swords. Yeah. And this person, was procrastinating and moving at a slow pace then because of, something that they needed to end, or something they needed to see. Some unstable relationship or connection, that they was in. And they know they caused this. Somebody know they caused this by the fact that they took their time, or something, moving at a slow pace, or them just being not prepared, in time, or they didn't have what they needed. And I feel like somebody didn't have the clarity that they needed to officially, see something the way it was, see themselves, make it right with themselves, make it right with you, make it right, period. You know what I'm saying? and stick to whatever it is the lesson is. Because somebody wants to come together, they want to work, they want to collaborate. Teamwork make the dream work. But this person don't know if you want this to a soul. They don't know if you want this still with them. They don't know, but they're hoping you say yes because this person wants to follow their dreams now. They want to, you know, make something the way, yeah. I'm hearing that song, Make It Like It Was, the way it used to be. When I hung up for your love constantly. Who's saying that? Whitney Houston? I don't know, John. I know he's able to make it like it was. So somebody could be, because with this King of Swords, this is somebody now that has a lot of mental clarity. Okay, they know about boundaries. Okay, so this person, is like coming in like with this honesty and truth. They know they got to stand in it. You know what I'm saying? They got to stand in it because this is what caused this separation. Hell yeah. And this person ain't just had no spiritual awakening either. They had an emotional awakening behind this. Give me some hidden truth. We're gonna pull from this hidden truth and close out. Yeah, it's time for me to heal now. But yeah, this person, but it was in reverse. So this person could have went through the emotions of, taking accountability, healing, looking at, why something is the way it is right now between you and them. But this mainly, I feel like, is for them. It's mainly what I'm getting. Give me some truth on this message that my collective needs to know. What is not being said, or what do they want to say about this? Yeah, this person saying they want to be more than friends. They want to be more than friends, collective. I feel you even though we're apart. You got her heart playing. Who is this? Anthony Hamilton. So you might want to listen to the message in this song. But yeah, her heart is playing right now. And the truth in this message is what this collective, if my collective needs to know in this situation. Give me some truth of what my collective needs to know in this situation, in this reading. Just the hidden truth in this message for my collective in this message. I lost myself for a little while. Yeah. And this was at the bottom of the deck, but it's in reverse. It was my fault, but I blamed you. It's in reverse. All right. For those people that can read in reverse, it's in reverse. So in the past, this person, could have been thinking, you walking away, Six of Swords, and stuff like that was something they blame you for because whatever could have had the potential to be for y'all to be still be together and you not walk away, they may have felt like, you didn't stay, the course or, you was being disloyal or you up and left when something got rough or something like that, not knowing that it was things that they needed to see as far as, you and them being together because it wasn't supposed to be this way. I feel like there was things in this person's life they needed to see before things could move any further anyway. Or they was gonna be this indecisive, be out of stalemate with you still if you had not walked away. Because this person had some things going on with them that they needed to see. People they were still attached to, connecting to, answering to when they call or text that didn't need to be going on. All right. Any more hidden truth in this message that need to be said? So many things remind me of you. And it's things that this person keep close to their chest too. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. And this, like I said, it's something they keep close to their chest. They don't talk out loud. They don't mention this, especially, with knowing what it all, the backstory behind it. All right. Any more truth? I hid who I really am from you. And like I said, that's why that secret lover is out here. That's why this, energy that was able to sink their claws, they grip into this person. Yeah. I'm so attracted to you. I wish things could be different. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I regret lying to you. Yeah. But I'm gonna end it here, collective. Hopefully the message resonates and or it's helpful. Make sure you guys are doing your return to senders. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe on your way out. Until next time, I love you. Mwah. Bye.